Hey, hey, hey. What's going on, friends? How you doing? How are you doing this fine afternoon? I'm still in my scrubs. It was a work day today, and I just wanted to come in here and chat with you, finding out where are you at? Where you at with your plan? Where you at with your due diligence? Where you at with your hustle? Where are you at? Have you forgotten what your plans are, what your goals, what your dreams are? What are you doing? What's going on? Are you working that muscle? Are you exercising that muscle, knowing I can do this? I'm going to get it done. Whatever it is, you're going to get it done. This is your year. This is our year. Let's do this. And in thinking about this, I thought of parenting. I'll talk a lot about that because I fall under that category as a parent. And I thought of parenting. Parenting can be awesome, phenomenal. Oh my gosh, I love being a parent. But it can also be challenging and incredibly challenging, and just makes you feel like, I don't know if I'm coming or going with these children and what's going on. It has its moments, like everything. And I think, God, the Father of it all, overall, and looking at us, that loves us and have plans for us. Because sometimes as a parent, we could feel like, are they listening? Do they get it? What's going on? Like, hello, am I making strides here? Where are we going with that? I'm repeating myself over and over again. You ever feel that way? I know I do. And when I think about parenting, for just a small example, it's something that so many of us take seriously and will do whatever we can. But there's also parents that feel like, I can't do this. There's parents that have had to put a child up for adoption or give up a child or what have you. Just feel like I cannot handle it. Depending on what their mental status is, where they're at, it's like, this is too much. And I understand that everyone have their own stories, not throwing shade or anything, just realizing that, there's decisions, hard decisions that have to be made. Time and again, people are making them at every single day, every second of the day, at every giving time, knowing, they have to do what works for the time being, because we don't have the beauty of hindsight. We don't get to see things 10, 15, 20 years down the line. We see today, and oftentimes it's like, this is the time to make a decision. And I think about that. And today I was reading something I want to read to you guys. And I just thought, that makes so much sense in reference to that. One of the things that I was reading, and I was like, oh my gosh, I never looked at it that way, but I started to. And I thought about, in parenting, as a parent, how we look and think about our children and what's there for us, and the things that we want to promote to them, the things that we want to see them do, the things that we want them to accomplish. We get excited about that. We get excited. I know for me, I get excited when my children are doing well. I want to share that with people. I want people to know what they're up to, not in a bragging way, but it's just because I see potential and I see growth and I see development. And I see the things that I've spoken to them about. I see them taking it into action, and even better, they're making it their own. That's the part that excites me, when they're doing the things that they're fired up about. I was actually reading the Bible earlier on, and Isaiah 59, I believe, if I can see this, it's verse 16. It says, can a mother forget the baby at her breast and have no compassion on the child she has born? Though she may forget, I will not forget you. I have engraved you. I'm sorry. I'm reading it sideways. There you go. And I don't have my glasses. Though she may forget, I will not forget you. I have engraved you on the palm of my hands. And I thought about that, and I thought, wow, how profound, Oftentimes, even with parents, there has been some people, like I said, that have to put a child up because they just can't handle or whatever life situation. But even in those circumstances, situation like that, it's always a lingering in the back of their mind. What is the outcome of this child? I wonder what happened to them, or whatever, It always comes up. I've spoken to enough people in, the mental world and different work that I've done, that, decisions that people have made long ago in their olden days, sometimes it comes back and they're like, you know what? I wonder what's the outcome of this. I wonder, how things work out. It's one of those things that people can't shake based on the decisions that they're making. Excuse me. And I think about the decisions that we're making day in and day out in our journey of doing well, in our well doing and well wishing of greater things. Sometimes we just feel like it's forgotten. My work is in vain. My actions are forgotten about. And I think about that, and I always say it, if something is deep within your heart, it's not something that can be forgotten about. And when I saw in the scripture, just engrave in the palm of your hand, we all have our own engravement in the palm of our hands. That's not something we could do away with. It's engraved. This is, some people it's like an M, some people it feels like it's a W, or whatever it is. The engravement in the palm of our hands is something, it's our signature. It goes with us wherever we go. And thanking the God of the universe has engraved our hopes, our dreams in the very palm of his hands. That's how I look at that. And I said, you know what? That engravement is not going away. Yes, there may be times, there's days that I feel like things aren't coming to fruition the way that I'd like to see them. Things aren't happening the way that I envision them. But the hope, the goal, the thing that's in my heart, it's not going away. The engravement that's in me, it's not going away. It's not disappearing. The engravement in my hand, the engravement, my dream, my goals that's engraved in the palm of God's hand, for me, for my life, it's not something that can be erased. It's not something that can go away. Just like that, a parent perhaps have lost a child, which is a tragedy. It's nothing that could ever, do away with or forgotten. It's always going to be this lingering, something that's there for them. And I think with goals and dreams and passions and desires and things that we want to see to fruition, if it's something that's always there, it's not something that's going away. It's not something you could just put to rest. It's something that you got to step into, live into it. And I've seen amazing people that have used, utilized things to create charity, to create different, philanthropy and different things just to support and give back in the name of a loved one, of a child that they lost, of a whatever situation and stuff, or someone that have giving up a child and finding ways to give back to others. If they can't locate that child, just to look for whatever it is. There's this searching, this burning. I don't know if this is making sense to you, but when I saw that, I thought, you know what? When something is uniquely yours, it's created for you. There's no escaping it. There's no shaking it off. It's an engravement. And if you have an engravement, be happy with that. Be at peace with that, knowing regardless of how the days goes, things may not, there may be friction or things aren't panning out the way you'd like to see them. I know for me, when I feel this way with my children, with my life, with my finances, with my parenting, things aren't going the way that I'd like to see them. But when I can stop and see where things were 5 years ago or 7 years ago and see where things are at now, I'm able to appreciate the blessing. I'm able to appreciate the space that I'm in. It's sometimes it's hard to have foresight and see so long ago. But if you look back to where you have been and where you are right now, there's progress. What's been engraved in your heart, how you're making strides towards it, thinking about it, reading stuff about it, even communicating to others, getting new input and fresh ideas. Those are all things that's propelling and moving you forward. See, in this channel, I want us to stay in the communication of moving forward, because so many times we'll move forward one step forward, 2 steps back, 1 step forward, 2 steps back. I've done that. I've played that yo-yo game, for a good majority of my life. Yes, there's been some great things that have happened, but there's been some yo-yo that I'm like, oh, man, I've kind of been in that rut or in that situation. So as I'm learning and diving into God's word and just reading different books and gleaning wisdom, I'm like, you know what? The only way to move forward is to see, okay, Where am I at? What are the things that's important to me? And how am I stirring that thing? How am I bringing it to fruition, bring it to life? What am I really doing? So if you are in a search, in a growth period, in a desire to grow, you feel confused, you feel like things aren't happening. Things are happening. Your future, your goals, your dreams, it's engraved. It's not something that's going to, it's meant for you. Working towards it, even when it doesn't make sense, even when it seems confusing, even when it seems a bit far-fetched or out there or, unpredictable. Excuse me, I can't achieve this. That's not true. That is a lie. And that is a lie that too many of us have bought into for too long. I know myself. I am letting you know that is a lie that I've bought into. It's like, no, enough. It is time for prosperity. It is time to grow. It is time for development. It is time to find whatever it is that's in you, to bring it up, to bring it out, to create something for others. If you've had a setback is an opportunity for setup to move forward. If you've lost something, there's things that can be done. There's stuff that can be created even out of that loss, even out of that tragedy. You can move forward. You are not defeated. You are not forgotten. You are not, this is not the end all. You're not the example of what not to do. But you know what? Where have I been? What can I do moving forward? Too many times we count ourselves out. Do not count yourself out, my friends. Let's not count ourselves out. If you've done that, it's over. Time's up. No more counting oneself out. However, let's propel forward. Let's move forward. Let's stay the course. Let's really be indignant about, no, not this time. My outcome will be different. I've been engraved in the palm of God's hand. My future is engraved, My setback is not for me to stay there. It's for me to realize, oh, wait a minute. There is a setback. Okay, I understand that. But I'm moving forward. I'm making strides. I'm elevating. I'm growing. Not in a way to lie to yourself, but to look to see where have you been? Where are you at? What is your thinking process? Read the books, my friends. Read the books. Get the I was going to say the CD. Get the videotape. Play them. Play whatever you need to do, but tap into what's empowering you to grow, to develop. There's too much growth happening for you not to partake in it. There's too much development for you not to partake in it. This is our time. This is our time of growth. I will not stop saying that because I believe it's my time and I believe it's your time. If you're watching this, if you're staying that far into the video, into this video watching, let yourself know, seal it down. This is my time. Engrave it in the comment, a year from now, whatever, months from now, when you read this, this is my time. What are you doing? Seal what's yours. Seal what God has put in you. Don't dwindle. Don't get scared. Don't feel like I can't. Yes, you can. We can. We can evolve. We could grow. We could get better. We can. God has put it in you. The world is waiting for you. And you may not even believe that. Sometimes I have a hard time with that. But then I say, you know what? If something is in my heart, it's not going away. It's an opportunity to share. Someone needs to hear about it. Growth and development. It's not a subject that's taboo or that's been done, that's played out. People are struggling. I'm struggling at times. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to stay struggling. No, get off that struggling bus. Let's elevate. Let's grow. Let's thrive. Let's become. Let's be the very best version of ourselves. We've been engraved. Our destiny is engraved. Not in shambles, but in lights. Our names are written in lights, in opportunity. Help yourself so you can help others. That's really what this channel is about. Be good to yourself as you're being good to others. So fuel yourself with these positive things. Fuel yourself with what's going to feed your spirit, feed your soul, feed your mind. So that way, when the setback comes, which they will, they always do, you could see it for what it is. It's an opportunity for you to move forward. It is not an opportunity. It's not a place for you to stay stifled and get smaller and disappear. No, no, no. It's an opportunity for growth and development. We can all grow and develop and become the very best version of ourselves. I hope this message finds you well. I hope you're thinking about these things and really see how you can develop yourself as the very best version of yourself, because it's there, it exists for you. Growth and development is your birthright. I will not stop saying that. Growth and development is your opportunity. So let's thrive, let's grow, let's develop, let's become the very best version of ourselves. And let's make 2025 our year. It is your time, it is my time, it's our time as a community. I hope this finds you well. As always, be good to yourself and be good to others. I will see you next time, my friends. Bye-bye.